back to the channel. So today we have our March completed pages video. I can't remember exactly how many I got done, but there's a few here to show you guys. They're not in any particular order of when I completed them, so we'll just jump straight in. So this one is Disney Bébés Animaux, Le Carré d'Art Thérapie. It's a Hatchet Heroes book, nice small one, and I felt like colouring some Disney one night, so I started off with this page, and I believe this is from Oliver and Company. I thought I knew that the cat was from that film, but I did check with my friends just to make sure. I really need to get that Who's Who in Disney book. So yeah, I decided to colour this one. So I can't remember the pencils I used. I believe it was Polychromos. I used Crayola Super Tips for the stripes in the background and also for the black background on the triangle. I used Spectrum Noir sparkle pens for the shapes, as you can see. And then I used some, I think it was the Arteza Silver glitter gel pen, just to draw some swirls and dots for some interest, so it wasn't like as plain in the middle there. So once I'd completed that one, which didn't really take me long at all, I then did this one, which took even less time because all I did was outline the Dalmatians in a grey Crayola Super Tip and coloured the ears and the collar and called it done. I didn't want to do anything to the background. I like the black and white Dalmatian spots. So that is that book. Next we have A Million Mermaids by Lulu Mayo. I'm just going to bring you down slightly. There we go. So this is A Million Mermaids by Lulu Mayo, and what prompted me to colour in this was I was watching at the time, it was the beginning of the month I believe, I was watching the Celebrity Circle special. And anyone who watches vloggers and things on YouTube will know Saffron Barker. She's a YouTuber. And she was on the Celebrity Circle. And she took this book in with her because they're in there for like 2 weeks, I think it is. She took this book in with her to colour, and I was like, oh my god, Saffron Barker has A Million Mermaids. I haven't coloured in that book for ages. Okay, I'm going to pull it out and do a page in it. So I coloured this page on the couch whilst watching that programme. Did I do 2 in here? No, I think I have that marked out for my tag video. So the page I decided to do was this one. So this one I just had fun with. I used Crayola Super Tips, I used some pencil over the top of some of it for shading. I think it was Polychromos or Black Widows. I've got some of the Arteza glitter gel pens on here. I've got some white Posca for highlights. And as you can see, the bunting and the bell up here are nice and glittery. I think I used my Spectrum Noir sparkle pen for the bell. So that is that one, a nice cute little fun page, and didn't take long at all. And 14th of March. Okay. Next we have Whimsical Girls Celebrate the Holidays and Festive Occasions by Hannah Lynn. As you know by now, I'm trying to complete this one through the year. Well, I say complete it, I mean the first set of pages anyway. So this one I showed in my last wrap up, I believe, my last completed pages video in February, but I actually completed it on the 4th of March, so I'm not quite sure why I put it in that video if I did, but yes, I will show you again anyway. This is my Super Bowl page that I based on the colours of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as they won it. And then we have our next page, which is the Chinese New Year. This was a buddy colour with Lynn, and her page was absolutely gorgeous too. I love the colours that she used on the girl's dress. Oh, stunning. And it got recognised by Hannah Lynn as well, so yay, Miss Lynn! So I started this one on the 24th of February and finished it on the 1st of March. This was done using a tiny bit of basing with alcohol markers. Didn't really use much at all for me. And it was done primarily with Black Widow pencils. And then there's little touches of Arteza glitter gel pen in there too. So if I hold that up, you can see all the sparkle, like so, on the lanterns, on her dress, on the background for the confetti. So yeah, this is my favourite one I've done in here so far. Then we have the Valentine's Day page, and this was coloured with Kathy over at Spicy Cat Colours on YouTube. So if you're not already a subscriber of Kathy, go and head over and subscribe to her. She is a wonderful lady, and her page that she did is absolutely beautiful. So this one was done with Ohuhu brush markers, and as you can see, it was near enough all done with Ohuhus. Then I used some Arteza glitter gel pens and some white Posca for highlights in her eyes and sparkly bits on her dress, on the background, on the balloons, just sparkly bits everywhere. So I think this is one of the first pages I did using my new Ohuhus and starting to learn to shade with them. We did have a little bleeding accident up here. I have learned Hannah Lynn's pages, the Ohuhus tend to bleed on them a bit, so I'm sort of steering clear of the edges a bit more now. But yeah, that one was completed. In fact, I did that all in one day, look, that's how much I enjoyed it. Started the 25th, finished on the 25th. So that is that page. I still have Rio Carnival and the Mardi Gras to do for last month. But yeah, you had a little sneak peek there. We'll go on to my St. Patrick's Day page. This was started on the 26th of March and finished on the 27th. Again, I used Ohuhu markers for all of this as I was practicing blending and everything with them, and I'm loving those markers, let me tell you. So Ohuhu brush markers, white Posca, gold Posca, gold Pentel Dual Metallic and gold Spectrum Noir Sparkle was used on this page. So we've got the Pentel Dual Metallic and the gold Posca. So I lined the outlines first with the gold Posca to black out the black lines. Then decided it wasn't sparkly enough, so I went over it with the gold Pentel Dual Metallic. But had I not used the gold Posca first, I don't think I would have gotten as good a lines as that. The gold Spectrum Noir Sparkle is in the pot of gold. And I used the white Posca to outline all of the clouds and also some highlights in her eyes. and I really like how she came out. So that is that page, and then I do believe the Easter one was done in April. I did it a couple of days ago, I think. Yes, so you can't see that one until next month. Okay, next we have Pastel Goth. As you know, I got this book, was it last month, the month before, and I've really been enjoying it. I've got a few tabs in here for various different things. So this page I still have to colour this month. I might do some of that today. But we have this page that was the first one I completed in here. This was a buddy colour with Sam over on our Facebook group, Buddy Colorists. So thank you for doing this with me, Sam. Thank you. This is my overly sparkly, glittery unicorn. So as you can see, I went absolutely ham on the glitter using my Stickles and Dovecraft glitter glue bottles, which basically are Stickles. So I didn't write down what I used, which is unlike me. So this is before I got my Ohuhus. So I think this was done with Oleep Joy Wish markers as a base, and then it looks like not quite sure what I used over the top pencil wise. Maybe Black Widows, maybe Polychromos, not sure. For some reason I don't know why I didn't write it down. But yeah, I also used some white Posca just for highlights on the gems, and that is our glittery unicorn. I had so much fun colouring that. And then the other page that I didn't write a completion date on this. Oops. No, is our panda from the front cover. As you can see, I coloured it a little bit differently. Not completely sticking with the pastels during, the course of this book. But he's cute. I like how he turned out. I didn't shade on everything because I didn't want to. I just wanted a simple straight colouring page that day. But I did, in fact I haven't finished it, look. I've shaded on this side and not on this side. Bad, Zoe. Okay, I need to find the pencils that I used and finish the flames off. Okay, so, but yeah, that is that page. I might also go over these hearts and bunting up here with some glitter gel pen. So that is that page. And if you don't have this Pastel Goth book, you need it. I will link all of these books and where you can buy them down below in the description. So if you would like to buy any of them, do check out those links. Next we have Colouring Heaven Dreamtime Special. I pulled out the Wheel of Whips app, which is called Tiny Decisions, if any of you want to download the app. And it's basically a wheel where you can input anything on it. So I input my whips, and then you just press the middle of the app. It spins the wheel and choose a whip for you. So I did that a couple of times this month, and it was finishing off this page. So I'm not sure when I started this, as I haven't got a start date on it, but it was last year sometime, I believe. I used I used Pro Markers as a base. Oh, don't you just love that sound? Used Pro Markers as a base for some of it. Neo Coloured 2s for the background, that's what's given it the crinkle. Polychromos for some shading on the soil. Arteza glitter gel pens for all the little gems. Sorry, I realised I was out of frame. Polychromos for shading on the soil and glitter gel pens for the gems. And I also used some white Posca for the stars in the background and a homemade gold watercolour for the key. So that is that page. I think I used the homemade gold watercolour on the stars as well, which is why this page is absolutely covered in gold glitter, because my gold watercolour wasn't sealed properly, I don't think. So as you can see, there's kind of a shimmer all over the page, but hey, I'm down with that. It just adds more sparkle. So that is that one. It's nice to have that whip finished. And the next whip it chose for me was our Daisy Joy unicorn page that we started on a live stream. I didn't add too much more to it. I didn't shade everything because it's quite a busy page. So I left the unicorn as we did on the live stream, finished off shading her lilac sections in her hair, and finished off shading the black and white tiles, and then I called it done. So this was using homemade gold watercolour again for the moon and the details up there, Spectrum Noir markers to base it, although you won't see it because it's a black background, Pro markers as well, and Artworks pencils for the shading. And this was completed on the 14th of March, and I believe it was started in November last year, so it was a whip for quite a while. I'm just glad to have that one done too. And then our last book is Mandala colouring book. This is Flower Mandalas by Jade Summer. And me and Lynn have been working through this some more in March. This is a book myself and Lynn are colouring between us together, and it's all 5-pen challenges. So these were the pens that Lynn picked for me this time. I used Olip Joy Wish markers, and we also picked a pen of choice. So I picked green. And this was how my 5-pen challenge came out. Decided to do some shading. But now I have my Ohuhu markers. I can't wait to try shading because we won't get any more of these horrible harsh lines. So, oh, did I say that one was done on the 12th of March? And then we also did another one on the 12th of March. This was using Pro markers. So those are the colours that Lynn picked for me at random, and I've written them down here in case you want to use these colours. And this is how that one turned out. So I didn't do any shading on this one, nothing fancy, just a straight colouring page. And then we have our next one, which was done on the 18th of March. This is one of my favourites that I've done. And on this one I used the Spectrum Noir original markers, as I call them, so these ones. And again, these are the colours that Lynn picked at random for me, and we added a pen of choice, which this time was, I added a green Arteza glitter gel pen for the leaves, just to add some sparkle to it. So that is that one, and again, love the colour choice on that, love how it turned out. Then on the 27th of March, we thought this one was quite intricate and a bit too intricate for alcohol markers. So instead we decided to make it a 5-pen fine liner challenge. So I used my Arteza Inconyx, and Lynn randomly picked these 5 colours for me, and this is how it turned out. So there's some, like, you know, brush marks, whatever you call it, but I'm okay with it. I really had fun doing it, so that is that one. So our next page is this one, which we may or may not do today after I finish recording this video. So that is my completed pages for the month of March. I've had a good start to April so far, but I do have a couple of trips coming up, but I am planning on taking colouring with me, so hopefully I will get some more pages done. But I think I've done about 4 so far this month, which is pretty good going. So they are all the books. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I would really appreciate it if you subscribe and hit the notification bell, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much. Happy colouring! Bye!